So I'm back again with another video, and this one is titled Dating and Relationships with Narcissists. So basically this video is going to be kind of like a short video about how narcissists affect relationships and how a lot of relationships have been damaged by narcissists, and how the narcissistic abusive cycle basically, and how narcissists in general kind of affect relationships. So firstly, I'm going to talk about narcissists in general. These people have a see if I could get like a good setup right here. I'm not sure if this is gonna work, but I hope you guys are seeing me okay. Maybe this works. Yeah, I think this works better. Yeah, so I think this works right here. So basically, narcissists, they have this problem with wanting to be approved by other human beings. And the reason why they're like this is because they have like a mental problem to where something happened with them, supposedly when they were growing up, or it might be biological or whatever. But basically they want to be approved by other human beings because society has a power structure, and they want to be at the top of it because of some problem they have with their self-esteem or whatever. They don't have the connection with God, instead where they could be like, okay, if I'm not approved by the group, then I still have God, so I don't really need the group because God is the end all be all, or God is the all powerful. As long as I'm good with God, then I'm good. They don't really have that. They don't seem to have that. Instead, they want to be approved by the group, and obviously with dating and relationships, that is what kind of controls like society, right? You want to be with a good mate to have children and stuff like that. So dating and relationship is definitely a huge part of narcissist mentality. So what that means is that they're going to be the first ones to want to date and have a relationship with somebody because they want to be approved by the group. They want that narcissistic supply, basically. So what that means is that they are going to do whatever they have to do to be in a relationship. So if that means they have to scheme, if that means they have to lie, if that means they have to destroy another person's reputation, they're going to do it. That's just how these people operate. So what you have to realize is that there are going to be signs that this person is not right, and then you have to listen to your gut instinct, and basically you have to move that person around. You have to leave that relationship. You have to escape the narcissist, because basically what these people are really trying to do is they're going to try to destroy you, because these people, they're narcissists. So it doesn't matter if they thought like the group is going to be happy that they have a relationship and they're going to get more narcissistic supply. That's basically just half of the equation. The next half is them abusing you and discarding you and trying to kill you, basically. So that's how narcissists operate. They saw that the group loves people that have relationships. They saw that growing up in school, they have a boyfriend and girlfriend. Like society programs people to be in, to supposedly want to be in relationships, right? So narcissist is all about that. And then they're eventually going to abuse you because they have like an underlying mental problem. So that's how narcissists operate. And then now with the narcissistic abusive cycle, if you realize how narcissists get in relationships, they have a thing where they have these phases of being in a relationship with them. They call it the narcissistic abusive cycle, where they have the love bombing, and then they have the devaluation, and then the discard, and then the hoovering, and then they want to start the cycle all over again. So basically, narcissists in the love bombing phase, they want to have a relationship really fast with you. So they would, for example, if you just meet this person, they would like to want you to come and meet them right now. Like they'd be like, hey, I'm right over here, like could you come over here right now? I'm on or like, even like, say for instance, you're doing like a dating app thing, they want to meet you immediately. They don't want to meet you in a safe place or whatever. They don't want to meet you tomorrow. They don't want to meet you next week. They want to meet you right now. They want you to come to where they are. They want to come to where they are tonight or stuff like that. They don't want to wait. They don't want to plan anything out. And when you get there, they're going to want to have sex with you. They're going to want to have you sign documents. They're going to want to do any sort of illegal activity and stuff like that. So that's how relationships work with narcissists. It's really fast. And they're going to tell you that they're going to make it seem like it's going to be the best thing ever. And they're basically your second half, or your God sent, or whatever you want to call it. I'm trying to find some different words. But basically, in the love bombing phase, or the golden phase, or whatever, they have so much terms for these things. Basically, the narcissist is going to basically sweeten you up, They're going to sweeten you up. They're going to fatten you up, So basically, you have to realize that this is not, like, to me, it doesn't even make any sense to where these people get these tactics from. It's just so insane. Like, because if you're a kid, I'm not sure when they developed the love bombing phase in their mind, or where they got it from, but it's so weird because if you're a kid, like, say for example, you're a kid in the park and you're just like 10 years old or something, you don't know how to love bomb somebody, you don't know how to trick somebody that fast, right? You're just a kid in the park. So I'm not even sure where they learned the love bombing phase from. If somebody watches this video, please explain to me where they got that from. I'm really fascinated. Would love to know where they got the love bombing phase from. But after they have the love bombing phase, then they're gonna have this other phase they call it evaluation. So that's basically where they try to abuse you and let you feel less than yourself, and then they're gonna tell lies on you. They're gonna isolate you. They're gonna run a smear campaign on you. They're gonna try to destroy your reputation with other people and stuff like that, to kind of single you out and let you feel like you're not a part of the herd or the flock. And then basically, you could end up killing yourself. You could end up being so depressed that you die in an accident, a car accident, and all different sort of thing could happen to you. Like, you could end up being homeless. All this other stuff could happen to you because of the devaluation phase. So the narcissist, being in a relationship with a narcissist, is a very dangerous thing. And what we have to do today to kind of survive being in a relationship with narcissists is that we have to kind of we have to realize that these people are very dangerous, and we have to make an exit in the devaluation phase. Or if we see that this person is a narcissist in the love bombing phase, we have to escape at that point. We have to listen to our gut instinct and don't continue operating or interacting with that person, because they're going to be very dangerous to you. And then the next part of the relationship is the discard. So that's basically when you are no more of value to them. So basically, you might not be able to pay your rent anymore. You might not be able to take them out on dates anymore. You might not be able to show them respect anymore because they've been so disrespectful to you. So to a point where you're like, man, I'm not going to do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. I don't have any more grace. Because that's what real grace is. Like, a lot of people don't understand the terms in the Bible, such as grace. Grace is basically you putting up with narcissistic abuse. That's what grace is. And then eventually you get to a point where you want to expose them. You want to tell everybody about what they've been doing to you. But because they've twisted the narrative so much and they've tricked everybody, nobody's going to believe you. But I guess that's just how it is. But so in the discard, the narcissist is gonna, basically, because of the devaluation, it has destroyed your confidence and your finances and all these other parts of your life so much, to where basically they don't have any use for you anymore. So that's when they want to discard you. They're gonna try to take you and destroy you in the trash. So that's basically a relationship with a narcissist. But after they do that, they have this thing they call over, to where they want to bring you back in the relationship again with them. But they're only doing it because they might end up in a bad situation themselves, or they just want to see if they still have access or whatever. So don't ever accept any kind of interaction with these people after they abuse you. That's basically a sin in the Bible. Like if you interact with these people after that, like that's literally like a part of your life story, like documented in heaven and stuff. Like don't ever let anybody abuse you and then try to come back into your life. If they show you that they're with the kingdom of darkness, then you have to cut them off. And basically, so that's how narcissist relationships work. Basically, these people can actually destroy the entire society. They're basically the ones that control it because of their need for control. They want to control the relationships with other people. So they want to be the ones that have sex with the beautiful women. They want to be the ones that have sex with the richest and most wealthiest men, or whatever. They want to be the ones that are on top of everything when it comes to relationships. And basically, what you have to do, you have to realize that these people don't have your best interest at heart, and you have to realize that they're with the kingdom of darkness, and they don't really care about you. They only love bombing you, and they only want to have sex with you because of their need for narcissistic supply and their need to be validated by other people. They don't really love you because they want you to worship God with them and stuff like that. They don't want to do that. The only thing they want to do is abuse you, and then they're going to try to destroy you and basically put you in hell. Basically, that's what they want to do. So if you realize that these people are trying to trick you into a relationship, then you have to try to escape it as soon as possible. So that's my video. Basically what we talked about was the narcissistic abusive cycle and the psychology of a narcissist, and how their need for control and their need for validation is what fuels their drive to be in relationships. So with a lot of empaths like me, you might see that we don't really have relationships because we're content with being with ourselves, because we have like a strong connection to God. So we're like, man, I'm just on this journey by myself. But we have to realize that we can't allow the narcissists to be the ones to be having relationships and getting married and stuff, because the more they have children and stuff is the more narcissists they're gonna create. So we have to, well, not necessarily, I'm not saying that every children that a narcissist has, because even my family members, some of my family members are narcissists themselves. But what I'm saying is we have to try to be in relationships ourselves, and we have to accept that these people, there are two different types of people. They're narcissists, they're abusers, and then there are people that they're earth angels like us, that want to help other people and don't want to trick somebody into some fast relationship and have sex with them and then abuse them and stuff for the rest of their lives, like what narcissists do. Like, we have to realize that these people are very dangerous to our spiritual health and our connection to God, and they cause us to sin. And they're basically warlocks and witches and stuff that you read about, and vampires that you read about in like folklore and stuff like that. So that's basically the video. I don't want to start ranting. Let me know what you guys think about this one. Thank you.